here we come! Napa, bitches. Hey there, we're Carrie and Chris, and we've been traveling full-time since June of this year. Since international travel was getting a little bit complicated, we decided to rent a camper van to travel our own backyard.
So for the next couple months, we're going to go coast to coast in our camper van rental, and we're going to see where it takes us in the time.
See you on the road!
Disclaimer, please excuse the poor cinematography and foul language. We're chefs.
In today's episode, we continue where we left off, leaving Yosemite Valley into the wine country of Napa and Sonoma. Our first stop was Goosecross Vineyards, where we were treated with a first-hand experience watching the full process of how they press the grapes and ferment their wines. Next, we visit Pride Mountain Vineyards, which lies right on the county line between Napa Valley and Sonoma County. Here, we experience our first ever private wine tasting deep in their aging caverns and taste some of their wines right from the barrel. Of course, we also had to visit Stone Brewing, where we tasted some of their beers and had an amazing barbecue dinner. Finally, we finished the day by exploring downtown Napa in one of their famous wine bars.
Morning.
Yosemite was fun. On our way to the next destination.
I can't find.
Look how empty it is. Everyone's probably out doing fun stuff.
So after Yosemite, we were exhausted, so we stopped by Napa to see our friend Harrison, and we're gonna fuel up for the next big drive to Redwood. Cheers.
So you did that. If you did that, you did. Just clean the fermentation, so.
So if you've never been to Napa, they actually give you a wine guide typically to walk you through the wines you're tasting, the varietals, the soil, the conditions, the year, the harvest season, pretty much everything you'd ever want to know about that wine. We were lucky enough to get there at the end of harvest season, so the last pressing of the grapes of this year. So she took us back into their pressing area where we were able to taste the fresh grapes, pressed grapes with the juice, and then a fermenting barrel of that varietal. And then when we got back to our table, she actually let us taste the wine that those grapes were soon to be made into. This is what eventually it's going to become after fermentation and aging. It's delicious.
Tasted like juice off the vine, but now it tastes very strong. What was that?
That was amazing. That was amazing.
More of a lighter cap. This is a cap that doesn't require it. It's kind of like, I could have a glass or two, and then I definitely...
So we found this hidden gem, and by found, I mean we were brought there. We did not know how cool this place was until we actually arrived. Pride Mountain Winery. We walked in, we met our tasting guide with our sommelier friend Harrison, who lives in Napa as a sommelier. And they took us around to their fermentation tanks. They actually showed us the process. They let us actually turn the grapes in the vat during that process. Again, this is harvest season, the last harvest of the year. This place was absolutely amazing, and we got the VIP treatment that we didn't know existed until we arrived here. Super cool. They took us down to their aging cellars, which was big holes dug inside the mountain, which was amazing. We were not expecting this. It was such a random thing to do. We get to taste wine right from the barrels. There are miles of tunnels in this hillside, and they brought us this beautiful little tasting room in these cellars. We never actually thought tastings like this existed until we got here. We thought we were just doing a wine tasting, going through the cellars, and then we arrived here. This is carved in the side of a mountain. Unbelievable. There is a 3-course pairing with salty snacks as well. Homemade sausage, candied Marcona almonds, and a couple of other snacks just to bring out the flavors of the wines even more. Even some of the rare reserve bottles. This was one of the greatest experiences we've ever had. Pride Winery, awesome. Cool part about this place is it's half in Napa, half in Sonoma. And we know that because he told us. And here's the actually county line. Interesting fact, they have to produce and ferment 80% of the grapes in that county they were harvested from. So they literally have a split winery, and they have to do half on one side and half on the other of this line, which is pretty cool actually. They gave us a couple vintage bottles to taste for dinner tonight. Tim was amazing. This place is absolutely gorgeous. Awesome. Coolest wine experience I've ever had in my life was today, between the first and the second winery. And our friend Harrison over here, our own Sam, said it was also the best wine experience he's had, so awesome.
Give us VIP access to all these places. Look at that.
That's because I let him touch me.
Napa. Sonoma.
Now I'm going to get my growler filled up at Stone Brewery, which I didn't know was in Napa. Awesome. I'll be pissed if they don't fill my growler, though, because I'm literally carrying this thing around the world. I filled up twice so far. Twice only. I don't get it, but that's where we're going.
Let's go.
I'm going to get me a sticker.
So this is on the house. This is a little bit of, this is a Mexican style lager. It's Buena Mesa. Oh, sweet.
So I got the Seismic Ain't That a Kick in the red, because I like red ales, and the bartender highly recommended it, and also the white tea IPA we're trying. It's super good. Stone Brewing is an institution. This place is excellent. Eric Ambassadors, they're probably the most popular one. You see it everywhere. It's a really cool place, and we got barbecue here too, so I'm excited for that. The red is super good. Thick, full-bodied.
You're full body.
The white tea IPA is really good. It finishes super strong with the tea flavor at the end. It's really refreshing. I almost want to like squeeze a lemon into it. It's like an alcoholic cup of tea.
We may have gotten too much food, don't you think?
It was good though. Oh well.
I guess I was wrong. It wasn't too much food for us. We smacked all that.
Whoever their pitmaster is.
Good?
It's amazing. Some of the best, probably the best food I've ever had at a brewery so far. So we just finished with Stone Brewing and we're heading to Cadet Wine Bar. We just stopped at a little cool cigar shop for a couple stogies and a bottle of red wine later. And we're gonna check out this wine bar in Napa. Cadet. Dum bum bum.
And that's it for Napa. We will see you in Redwood. Bye!